Good morning. I am Subrato Ghati, IT developer DSFC. First of all, I would like to thank all the members of DSFC for giving me the opportunity to speak here. Today, the 121st birth anniversary of rival poet Nazrul is celebrated across the country in a befitting manner. An elaborate program has been organized by DSFC to mark the day. Various organizations and cultural bodies will also celebrate the day amid a variety of functions. But due to lockdown across the country, this year we celebrating Nazrul Jantri through our online platform only. We all know that Nazrul was born in a poor Muslim family in the village of Churulia, located in Paschim Bardhaman district, Indian state of West Bengal. He is popularly known as Bidrohi Kobi, the rebel poet, and officially recognized as a national poet of Bangladesh. His father was Kaji Fakir Ahmed and mother was Jahida Khatun. Nazrul was lovingly called by nickname Dukhumia in his childhood. He did not get a good chance for education. Nazrul began attending the Maktab, the local religious school run by the mosque. Presently, the school became Nazrul Academy High School, and our beloved sir, Dr. Dipankar Mojumdar, leading this school in the right way. Here, Nazrul studied the Quran and other scriptures, Islamic philosophy, and theologies. His family was devastated with the death of his father in 1908. At the age of 10, Nazrul took his father's place as a caretaker of the mosque to support his family. In 1910, he left it and enrolled at Siarsol Raj High School in Raniganj. He later transferred to the Marthroon High English School, but unable to continue paying his school fees, Nazrul left the school. Later he took a job as a cook at the house of a Christian railway guard and also worked as a boy servant in a bakery in the town of Asansol. Studying up to 10, Nazrul did not appear in the Madhyamik pre-test examination. Instead, in 1917, he joined the British Indian Army at the age of 18. Nazrul left the British Indian Army in 1920 when the 49th Bengal Regiment was disbanded and he settled in Calcutta. Later he joined as the staff of Bongiyo Muslim Sahitya Samiti. He published his first novel, Bandhanhara. Nazrul reached the peak of his fame in 1922 with Bidrohi, which remains the most famous work for description of rebel. In 1922, Nazrul started a bi-weekly magazine, Dhumketu. Nazrul was arrested for a political poem published in Dhumketu. Nazrul composed numerous poems and songs during the period of imprisonment. In 1920, the British Indian government banned many of his writings. Nazrul's mother died in 1928 and his second son, Bulbul, died of smallpox in the following year. The first son, Krishna Muhammad, had died prematurely. After that, Nazrul's wife Pramila gave birth to more sons, Sobbosachi in 1928 and Aniruddha in 1931. Nazrul wrote thousands of songs known collectively as Nazrul Giti. He is not limited to Islamic devotional music but also wrote Hindu devotional music. He composed a number of Hindu devotional songs like Shama Sangit, Bhajans, Kirtans, etc. Nazrul's writings explored themes such as freedoms, humanity, love, and revolution. He opposed all form of bigotry and fundamentalism, including religious, caste-based, and gender-based. He profusely enriched ghazals in the Bengali language. Nazrul believed equality of women. Nazrul criticized religious fanaticism, denouncing it as evil and inherently irreligious. He wrote about human equality in his writings. He named his sons with both Hindu and Muslim name: Krishna Muhammad, Arindam Khalid as Bulbul, Kaji Sobsachi, Kaji Aniruddha. In 1942, at the age of 43, he began to suffer from an unknown disease, losing his voice and memory. He was admitted in Ranchi Psychiatric Hospital for many years. At the invitation of Government of Bangladesh, Nazrul and his family moved to Dhaka in 1972. He died 4 years later on 29th August 1976 in Bangladesh. On this day, we celebrating his legacy. Yet, merely praising him with what is not enough. Instead, our love for Nazrul should extend beyond a dull admiration and encompass the spirit of rebellion that is so famously attributed to him. Our compassion should rise above the boundaries created by religion, caste, and social status, and should extend to join humanness. Today, the rebel poet still has a cause to rebel for. I pay my respect to that rebellious poet. Thank you so much.